I'm going to read my book to you, and my book is called A Parade of Elephants, and it goes like this. Look, elephants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 elephants marching. A parade of elephants. Big and round they are. Big and round they go. They go up, down, over, under, in, out. They march and they march and they march. They march all day. And when the day is done, they are done too. They yawn and stretch, they stretch and yawn. But before they sleep, they lift their trunks and they trumpet, scattering stars across the sky. Good night. Can you see the moon?
Yeah.
Can you see there are 5 stars? Why do you think there are 5 stars?
Since there were 5 elephants.
There were 5 elephants, that's right. And at the beginning of the book, there's the sun, because it starts in the morning, and there are how many butterflies?
5.
5 butterflies.
5 elephants.
Right, there are 5 elephants. I'm going to draw a picture and see if you know who this is, okay? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I think they know. An elephant. Has anyone here ever seen a real elephant?
Not me.
Have you? Some people have.
I've ridden on it.
You rode on one? Oh, that's really exciting.
I think why the elephants trumpeting and the stars coming out is because the stars are really the music of the elephants.
Oh, that's a very nice way to think of it. I like that. Are you ready for a story?
Yeah.
Okay, this one is called Egg. And in this book, there are some pages where there are no words. So all of the storytelling is done through the pictures. And Egg goes like this. Egg, 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 egg. Crack, 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 egg. Surprise, 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 egg. Goodbye, 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 egg. Waiting. Waiting, 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 waiting. And now the birds are coming back. First the pink one, then the yellow one, then the blue one. Listen. They're listening. Peck, peck, peck. Peck, peck, peck. Peck, 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 peck. They're doing a lot of pecking. And more. Peck, 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 peck. Crack. Surprise. They look afraid. Alone, sad, lonely, miserable. Here they come. First the pink one, And the yellow one. And the blue one. They're all settling in. Friends. There they go. Going into the water. They're looking at the sun. And if you look at the sun, what's happening to the sun? It's turning, it's changing. This says the end, but it looks a lot like an egg. Maybe
A bird hatched out of the
a
egg.
bird hatched out of the egg. That's what it looks like. Has anyone ever seen an egg hatch? No. No. Would you like to?
I would.
Would you?
But not an alligator.
But not an alligator.
I want an alligator hatch out of an egg.
That
That
would
would be
be-
pretty spooky.
Yeah, that would be pretty exciting.
I would want to see it. It might be a little scary, and it's going to. She maybe cannot see it because maybe sometimes alligators are shy,
That
and
could be.
sometimes alligators bite people.
Do they?
Yeah, maybe they'll be born with teeth.
This one seems pretty friendly, I think.
Yeah.
And what do you think? What do you think will happen to this bird?
Going to fly to the other.
You think that it will meet up with the other ones?
It's a girl bird. It's a female,
Uh-huh.
and it's gonna lay some eggs somewhere, and maybe a lazy alligator mother might not take care of the egg of her alligator egg, and then somehow the alligator egg will end up in the nest, and then the same thing will happen.
Oh,
over
that's
again.
that would be a good story. That's sort of the nice thing with books. Sometimes it's nice to think about what happens after you finish the book, and there might be another story that's waiting to be told, and that's a very good story. I like that. I'm going to draw a picture and see if you know who this is, okay? Big smile? Maybe.
Crocodile? No, birdie. Birdie. It's a bird.
It's a bird.
Popping out of the egg.
Yep. I'll put some egg pieces down there.
You should have a big one.
So there's a bird. Can you guys show me by raising your hands? Does anybody like to draw? Do you? Do you draw a lot?
Right.
And you like to write?
I love to draw.
Are there certain things that you like to draw more than other things?
Yeah.
What do you like to draw?
Sometimes I like to draw people.
People? And if you're drawing, what do you like to draw with? Do you like markers or crayons
I like
or pencils?
markers.
You like markers?
I like dinosaurs.
You like to draw dinosaurs. Are you ready for a story?
Yeah. The first full moon.
Kitten's first full moon, that's right.
I have that book.
You have that
Oh.
book? Great. It was Kitten's first full moon. When she saw it, she thought, there's a little bowl of milk in the sky, and she wanted it. So she closed her eyes and stretched her neck and opened her mouth and licked. But Kitten only ended up with a bug on her tongue. Poor Kitten. Still, there was the little bowl of milk, just waiting. So she pulled herself together and wiggled her bottom and sprang from the top step of the porch. But Kitten only tumbled, bumping her nose and banging her ear and pinching her tail. Poor Kitten. Still, there was the little bowl of milk, just waiting. So she chased it, down the sidewalk, through the garden, past the field, and by the pond. But Kitten never seemed to get closer. Poor Kitten. Still, there was the little bowl of milk, just waiting. So she ran to the tallest tree she could find, and she climbed and climbed and climbed to the very top. But Kitten still couldn't reach the bowl of milk, and now she was scared. Poor Kitten, what could she do? Then, in the pond, Kitten saw another bowl of milk, and it was bigger. What a night! So she raced down the tree and raced through the grass and raced to the edge of the pond. She leaped with all her might. Poor Kitten! She was wet and sad and tired and hungry. So she went back home. And there was a great big bowl of milk on the porch, just waiting for her. Lucky Kitten. Oh, the end.
Adorable.
Oh, thank you. Does anyone in here have a kitten?
I have cats.
You have cats?
I had kittens. I used to have a cat. No, that was not it.
No, not anymore. I have a cat at home.
Yeah. I have two cats right now named Numby and Daisy.
Can you guys show me by raising your hands? Does anybody like to draw? Do you? Well, I'm going to draw a picture and see if you know who this is.
I think I know what it is.
You think you know what it is?
A cat.
A cat.
Yeah. It's Kitten.
It's Kitten.
That looks like the kitten and the bug.
That looks like the kitten in the book. Yes.
Yeah. Owen? He's good too. Owen? Oh, I think I know. Because he has a pointy nose. Owen!
Owen.
I knew it was going to be Me too. It wasn't even done. Guys, give the boy a chance.
You're good guessers.
That was sad. There could be any mouse, and even though it is Owen, it could have been chrysanthemum. It could have been any mouse.
He always wears suspenders, so there's Owen.
Yeah.
I am going to read my book, Owen, to you. I wrote the words, and I drew the pictures, and the story goes like this. Owen had a fuzzy yellow blanket. He'd had it since he was a baby. He loved it with all his heart. Fuzzy goes where I go, said Owen, and Fuzzy did. Upstairs, downstairs, in between, inside, outside, upside down. Fuzzy likes what I like, said Owen, and Fuzzy did. Orange juice, grape juice, chocolate milk, ice cream, peanut butter, applesauce cake. He's saying, Fuzzy's messy. Isn't he getting a little old to be carrying that thing around? Asked Mrs. Tweezers. Haven't you heard of the blanket fairy? Owen's parents hadn't. Mrs. Tweezers filled them in. That night, Owen's parents told Owen to put Fuzzy under his pillow. In the morning, Fuzzy would be gone, but the blanket fairy would leave an absolutely wonderful, positively perfect, especially terrific big boy gift in its place. Owen stuffed Fuzzy inside his pajama pants and went to sleep. No blanket fairy, said Owen in the morning. No kidding, said Owen's mother. No wonder, said Owen's father. Fuzzy's dirty, said Owen's mother. Fuzzy's torn and ratty, said Owen's father. No, said Owen. Fuzzy is perfect. And Fuzzy was. Fuzzy played Captain Plunger with Owen. He sang, to the rescue. Fuzzy helped Owen become invisible. He's saying, bet you can't see me.
And his parents are like, Owen.
And Fuzzy was essential when it came to nail clippings and haircuts and trips to the dentist. "Can't be a baby forever," said Mrs. Tweezers. "Haven't you heard of the vinegar trick?" Owen's parents hadn't. Mrs. Tweezers filled them in. When Owen wasn't looking, his father dipped Owen's favorite corner of Fuzzy into a jar of vinegar. Owen sniffed it and smelled it and sniffed it. He picked a new favorite corner. Then he rubbed the smelly corner all around his sandbox, buried it in the garden, and dug it up again. "Good as new," said Owen. Fuzzy wasn't very fuzzy anymore, but Owen didn't mind. He carried it and wore it and dragged it. He sucked it and hugged it and twisted it. "What are we going to do?" asked Owen's mother. "School is starting soon," said Owen's father. "Can't bring a blanket to school," said Mrs. Tweezers. "Haven't you heard of saying no?" Owen's parents hadn't. Mrs. Tweezers filled them in. "I have to bring Fuzzy to school," said Owen. "No," said Owen's mother. "No," said Owen's father. Owen buried his face in Fuzzy. He started to cry and would not stop. "Don't worry," said Owen's mother. "It'll be all right," said Owen's father. And then suddenly Owen's mother said, "I have an idea." It was an absolutely wonderful, positively perfect, especially terrific idea. First she snipped, and then she sewed. Then she snipped again and sewed some more. Snip, 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 sew, sew, sew. Dry your eyes, wipe your nose. Hooray, hooray, hooray. Now, Owen carries one of his not-so-fuzzy handkerchiefs with him wherever he goes. And Mrs. Tweezers doesn't say a thing. The end. Yes. Oh, thank you. What inspired me? I have a niece who now is grown up, but when she was little, she had a blanket that she loved. She called her blanket Tag. It had a little tag sewn into it, and she would put her finger through the loop of the tag, and she would wrap it around her arm, and she loved her blanket. And I had never known a child who loved a blanket so much. And once we were at a family wedding, and she left it at the wedding, and the family was halfway home, and this was before people had cell phones. And so her father had to drive back and go and get her blanket. And that's what was the inspiration for my book, Owen. Has anyone here ever waited for anything?
Yeah.
Have you? What have you waited for?
I've waited for maybe a line.
A line, yeah, that happens a lot. Yes.
I waited for summer.
Waited for summer, that's a good thing to wait for. What about you?
I waited for my dessert.
Do you like waiting or do you not like waiting? Not like waiting.
Put your thumbs down if you don't like waiting. It's kind of okay.
Well, this is waiting, so you can see what these characters are waiting for.
What are they
It goes
waiting
like
for?
this.
I know what they're waiting for.
There were 5 of them, and they were waiting.
What are they waiting for?
The owl with spots was waiting for the moon. The pig with the umbrella was waiting for the rain. The bear with the kite was waiting for the wind. The puppy on the sled was waiting for the snow. The rabbit with stars wasn't waiting for anything in particular. He just liked to look out the window and wait. When the moon came up, the owl was happy. It happened a lot. When the rain came down, the pig was happy. The umbrella kept her dry. When the wind blew, the bear was happy. The kite flew high and far. When it finally snowed, the puppy was happy. He'd waited a very long time. The rabbit was happy just looking out the window. Sometimes one or the other of them went away, but he or she always came back. Sometimes they slept, but mostly they waited. Sometimes gifts appeared. Once a visitor arrived from far away. He stayed a while, then he left and never returned.
Oh, he broke?
Broke. They saw many wonderful, interesting things.
Thanks? Because there are 3 dogs. You have to say thanks.
Things. And of course, there was always the moon and the rain and the wind and the snow to keep them happy. One day, a cat with patches joined them. Was she waiting for the moon? No. Was she waiting for the rain? No. Was she waiting for the wind? No. Was she waiting for the snow? No. She didn't seem to be waiting for anything in particular. Oh, but she was. Now, there were 10 of them, and they were happy together, waiting to see what would happen next.
Ah, butterfly. Can we read it again?
Yes.
So, what inspired you now for this book?
Well, I was thinking about waiting. I was thinking about how kids like you have to wait all the time for lots of different things. And I do too. And now I don't mind waiting as much as I did when I was younger.
Yeah.
I think the older I get, the more I don't mind waiting. Start out with an oval. Anybody know?
Yeah, I do. I don't. The owl. The owl.
The owl with spots.
Yeah.
That's right. Do you remember what the owl with spots was waiting for?
Yeah, the moon. The moon. You're good at drawing owls. Or
Thank you.
anything.
Thank you.
You're a great artist. Yeah.
So there's the owl.
Kevin, your brother is also very good. I'm looking at she drew the owl and Owen.
Start out with an oval.
Oh.
Leave it open.
I think I know.
I'll make it
Don't
easy.
try. Bunny, the bunny. The bunny. The bunny. The bunny.
The rabbit with what? Anybody remember?
Stars.
The stars. There's the rabbit. Do you have a favorite of the 5 of them that were waiting?
Yeah. Me too.
Who's your favorite?
The dog. The cat.
The cat at the end. Which cat? There were lots of cats.
All 5 of them. Can you draw one of them?
I can draw one cat.
My favorite one was the dog. No, my favorite one.
Mine
was the pig. Dog. Oh, you like the rain? The cat. Bye bye. No, actually, the dog. It's not. The cat is the one that he's been using for all cats. The cat, which is four of them already. I can't believe. I don't know.
There's the little cat.
Yeah,
That's the littlest one.
Adorable! I just realized over there we see all the animals for the first 5 and the things they like to wait for. On the cover, you see since the pig likes to wait for the rain, they have an umbrella.
Right.
It's super cool. And
There's one cloud that sort of matches each of them.
yeah.
Yes. So there's a kite, there's the umbrella, the owl is flying, there's the rabbit, and there's the puppy running.
Cute.